guys. So, as promised, I'm here again on Friday. Some people were texting me yesterday, my best friends. Oh, don't forget to do today. Remember you promised. And obviously, my darling, whose name is not going to be mentioned. Anyway, so that big elephant in the room. A lot of you are wondering, I thought this girl said she was pregnant. Well, ta-da. I'm not pregnant. That was just sort of prank. Started as a prank and then got really serious, and for my advantage, it was used as my social experiment. So as you all know, I'm taking some programs in psychology and mental health. I'm trying to be, a lot more intentional this year. So I use those reactions and to explain conflict and culture. So I noticed that a lot of people were happy for me, but at the same time there was this conflict of culture. Is she married? Who is the father? Oh wow, that was a bold step. Yeah, so that's that anyway. So the screenshots of the conversations that went on between us on that day and a couple of my other friends that people sent messages to ask, and they were all used for my term paper. So you guys are sort of famous, but I removed the names obviously. So, topic for today. So, I was thinking, what should I talk about today? Last week was so controversial. I had a lot of feedbacks, which was really good. And thank you guys. It was so amazing. I had so much fun. So, today, I want us to talk about temperaments. Temperaments are what the temperaments we're talking about today are what some people would refer to as personality. But um, having to take a number of um, courses this year, I realized that personality is really large and we cannot reduce temperament, personality to temperament is really, really large. So we're talking about sanguine, melancholic, choleric, and phlegmatic. So I'm going to put up some links for you guys in case you're interested in reading up. It is very, very good and important to know about, your temperaments because um it helps you understand yourself and other people better. When you have a knowledge of something, it's not to tag that thing like, oh, this person is like this or I am like this. It's more like understanding who you are and you know becoming a better version of yourself. So I will start by saying there is no bad temperament. Yeah, obviously the choleric temperament has been painted bad over the years. I am choleric, by the way, and I could see the reason why that would be, but there is no bad, there is no good. And when I say that, I mean like all temperaments have their advantages and disadvantages. And also, when you understand your temperament, it helps you better in relationships a lot. So, like I said, I'll post the links, and obviously, if you have any questions or comments or observation, slide into my private message and we can talk about it. So I'll be using myself as a case study with my own temperament. So I am choleric melancholic. So it means that I am easily irritable as a choleric. I'm a pusher, I'm a go-getter, I am impatient, I am forceful, I am domineering. The list goes on. And as a melancholic person, that's the introvert part of me. I'm a reader. I like to read. I like to be in my zones. I'm a perfectionist. I am overly analytical. Anybody that knows me or has had a conversation with me would say, sorry, I think my battery is low, would say, oh, Ella is so analytical. She knows how to analyze things and all that. That's the melancholic in me. And that is me using that side of me as an advantage to pursue my purpose in life. So I'm just going to use a case study to give you an example. So before I found out, or more like accepted, I would be in relationships and I would have endless arguments that don't doesn't even make sense. And I remember one day my dad called me. I was like, "This is your temperament, and you will come off as forceful, always wanting to be right, as a dictator. It might not be your intention, but because of that's who you are, you pass off as that. So when you say something, you might actually have good intentions, but the person you're talking to or the people you're talking to will perceive it as something else." So after my last relationship broke off, I had to have a conversation with myself. And, you know, I had to come to a point where I was like, you know what, Ella, it's not a bad thing to have this temperament, but it's what you do with it. So, and I have realized that it has worked. So presently, I am seeing someone, um, and over time, I have practiced those few tips, and it's worked. So he would say something, and for instance, he goes like, "This is just an example. I don't think Third Mainland Bridge is the longest bridge in Africa. I feel like there are other bridges that, in my head, I have facts because that's how cholerics are. We work with facts and analyzing. Normally, I'll be like, no, go online, check Google, I told you so. But now I'm more like, why do you think so? Because I'm trying to understand where he's coming from. Because if I am right or I feel I'm right, it's for certain reasons. And he needs, has his own reasons and needs to be heard as well. So it doesn't stop me from being me. But knowing that part of me gives me room to not show more of the negative aspect, but to reevaluate and behave better to accommodate other people. So, and then there are some things that happen that automatically I would react immediately and be waiting in front to be like, I told you so, because I've analyzed the situation. But took a step backward. I'm like, what do you want to do? And I've noticed that it is a better way to behave. It is a better way to live. It takes you off a lot of pressure and negativity. So now I am not looking at I told you so because you didn't do what I asked you to do. I'm more like, okay, this is what you want to do, but there is still an option. If this doesn't work out, we could always try my own or another part. And it helps you love people better because that way you are looking at more for their interest and their happiness than about being right. So sometimes as a phlegmatic person, you might be caught in relationships where people make you feel like you're not doing as much or you're not doing enough or you're being too laid back. And being someone that enjoys your peace and quiet, you're like, I don't want stress, I don't want while, let me just pack my bag and be going. So if you're choleric and you're with a phlegmatic person, you need to draw a line to the pushing and to the domineering. See how motivated you are to do something. Imagine if someone wants to stop you from doing that thing just so that you can cross over to their side. That is literally how phlegmatics feel sometimes when cholerics do that. And the sanguines are out there playing, everybody's different. I've got a friend like that. And I know how much one of our other friend will always be like, she needs to be like this, she needs to be like that. And sometimes I think to myself, if you feel she needs to be like this or like that, imagine someone trying to change you from you being like this and like that into being like her. Okay, so my battery is low and the flash is gone. I'll have to charge it ASAP. Okay, so anyway, let me just round off. Seeing that you do not want people to change you, that's the same way other people don't want you to change them. They want to learn and become better people, but in a more loving and caring and understanding way. So understanding yourself helps you understand other people better. So if you have any comments, observations, or anything you want to say or ask about in a relationship, just send it to my private DM and we'll talk about it. And I'll send the links. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Bye.